Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is my take on a super fast, super easy glam holiday look. So if you'd like to see how I got this look and what I think, stick around, we're gonna get into it. My face is almost completely done up. I just wanted to do what seemed like the tricky bits. So I hope that you like this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, now's a great time to do that. I'm uploading 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've been uploading early in the morning, so if you're in my time zone, then you could have a cup of coffee with me. Okay, I've got you zoomed in. I have my hair pinned back. Let's get into it. I did my base, primed my eyes, and did my brows and a little bit of contour. Because I think, you know, you're gonna do your base the way you like it. And I would highly recommend for any kind of party look that you're doing, whether it's, you know, glam or not, wear base products that you are comfortable in and that you know last for the length of time you're gonna need them to last. So, foundation, contour, setting powder, done. My next step is going to be bronzer. And I'm going to use my Lunar Beauty Outer Dimensions face palette. When I ordered this, I wasn't sure I was going to like it all that much, but I really enjoyed Manny's video and his genuine honesty about product production and all of that. So I grabbed it. I've used it once in a video already. I can link that below. It was a full face almost of new products. And I've used it off camera several times since then. I'm going to use it again today. I'm really enjoying it, which is kind of surprising. Not that I'm enjoying it, but that I'm enjoying a face palette, honestly. For bronzer, I'm going to go with my Rephr number 5 brush. This is my favorite brush to bronze with, and I'm going to use the shade Tan Sky right here. That's a pretty good bronzer shade for me right now. Just gonna get that all buffed in. And then I'll do a little on my forehead. I enjoy looking tan. So that's what I'm doing. Obviously you can do your bronzer any way you want to, or not at all if you don't enjoy bronzer. All right, I like that. I'm happy with that. For blush, I want to use my Winky Lux blush, the, what is this called? The Cheeky Rose blush in the shade Knickers. I've used it a whole bunch. I feel like this is a really nice kind of gentle color, very neutral-ish, and could work on, I think, several different kinds of skin tones, different shades. It's just a really pretty blush, and it goes on really nicely. Not too pigmented right out the gate. Doesn't disrupt. It's just a really pretty blush. Tip of my nose, because that's how I roll. I mean, if ever there's a time for a Rudolph nose, now is it, right? And for highlight, I'm gonna go with my Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Iced. I got the mini of this and I really like it. I've used it a lot. This is a very nice highlighter. Regardless of how anyone feels about Jaclyn personally, this is a really nice highlighter. And I may have another Jaclyn Cosmetics product coming to me that I ordered recently. There will be another haul here shortly on my channel, so if you're interested in haul videos, come back for that for sure. I didn't mention it, and not that it matters, but I used the Wayne Goss number 2 face brush for my blush and the Wayne Goss number 3 for my highlight on my face. And now for my nose highlight and a little under my brow, I'm going to use my Morphe M213. This is one of 2 Morphe brushes I still have in my collection. Not a huge fan of Morphe brushes, but I like this one for this exact thing. Nose highlight just below my brow and inner corner. This is a really great brush for that. This might seem an odd thing, but I like to add a little highlight just out here. I think in pictures, it looks really good when it catches the light. So just a little trick from me to you. If you're interested in highlighting your nostrils, go for it. Now to finish up my face, I'm gonna go with my Dior Powder No Powder. This pan keeps falling out. And this is the shade 2N, which is 2 neutral. That's what it looks like. If I tip it, the whole thing's gonna fall right out. I love this powder for the price of it and that it's Dior. I feel like it shouldn't come flying out of its little pan like that. So I'm just gonna buff this around the edges of where I put bronzer and blush, just to make sure there's no weird lines. Buff out everything so it looks nice and smooth. I really, really like this powder. I use it every single time I do my makeup. I'm a huge fan of a finishing powder, no matter what. But this one isn't matte, but it isn't shimmery or shiny. It just gives a nice kind of natural finish to my skin, which, you know, if you've been here before, I powder very heavily, especially in my T-zone because I am so oily there. And I don't want to look completely matte and heavily made up all the time. And this, I think, really does a nice job kind of bringing my skin back to a more natural look. I think my favorite thing about this particular look for a holiday look is that it is so quick and easy. Once you get your base done, it's just boom, 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 boom. So for my eyes, I'm gonna go back in with my Lunar Beauty face palette. In my video using this the first time, I had said that I justified purchasing this because I could use it on my eyes. I'm gonna go in with the shade right here called Bronze Sky and just get that going in my crease, or where I want my crease to be. Using a bronzer for a crease shade is never a bad idea. I think it works beautifully. It already goes with the makeup you have on your face, so nothing looks weird or out of place. If you're getting ready for a holiday party, maybe it's after work or after a long day of chasing children or whatever you've got going on. This is a super fast, easy, get your shiz together to go to a party without spending a lot of time. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the shade Deep Sky right here, lower than that first shade, and mostly just on the outer corner of my mobile lid and up into my crease a little. So on a Rephr number 14, that last brush I used was Rephr 16. I keep forgetting to tell you. And Rephr's having their sale right now, 50% off site-wide. So if you're thinking you need some brushes, I cannot recommend Rephr brushes enough. And 50% off, you cannot beat that. So I'm just gonna build this up right here, keeping it right out on the inner portion of my eye. Now I'm gonna go back in with that first brush and just make sure everything is blended nicely. Now obviously you don't need a face palette to do this look, but if you happen to have one and you're using it, so you could totally stop here, and I think that's an excellent, really pretty eye look. But because I am using a face palette, it's already here in my lap and open. I'm gonna go in with this pink sky shade and just put that on my lid and up into my crease a little bit, just to brighten up this inner portion. And just blend the two. It's not a drastic difference, I don't think, but it gives you just a little brightness. And of course you can use, you know, any shade you want to. It doesn't have to be this. You could literally do whatever you want to. I'm gonna dip into Bright Sky, which is the shade that's a little bit lighter, just for a bit more lightness right in the inner portion. And then drag it through a little bit. I think that looks really, really nice. I just have this random smudger brush. I'm gonna dip into the shade Deep Sky, which is the one we kept on the inner, which is the one we kept on the outer corner, and just run it under my lower lashes, right out here, about halfway. So that was Tan Sky. Now I'm gonna go in with Bronze Sky for the rest of my lower lash line. Just get a nice blend and add a little color. And I will say a really nice benefit to using a face powder for eyeshadow is it is incredibly blendable. So it's really easy just to soften the lines and make sure everything's blended the way you want it. With that, the eyeshadow is done. I'm gonna go back in with a little brush I used to highlight my brow bone and my nose, and just put a little bit on the inner corners. Just, you know, for some brightness. I love putting highlight on my inner corners. I think it just looks nice. It brightens everything up. I think it's pretty. Now, obviously, all of these steps are optional. You can choose to do any or all of them. For me, waterline eyeliner is a must. Always, 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 at the very least, on my upper waterline. So I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Ultimate Eyeliner pencil in the shade Deepest Brown. And I'm just going to line my waterline on my top lid. The reason for that is it makes your lashes look thicker. If you don't want to go with false lashes, just a little mascara, this helps give the effect of thicker lashes. For my lower waterline, I want to make my eyes look bigger, more awake, more alert. I'm gonna go with my Urban Decay Shadow Stick in the shade Buffer. Obviously, this is a nude shade that will just make your eyes look bigger and more awake. Just right on the waterline. Can you see the difference? I think it's significant. I grabbed these pencils during the Ulta 21 days sale, I believe, and I've used the blue and the green, and these seem to stay really well in the waterline. So if they would just come out with some really bright, fun colors, I'd be a happy girl. Now for mascara. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. This is the Rephr eyelash curler that I love so much in my Rare Beauty mascara. I'm gonna go with a couple of coats of this on my upper lashes and then a nice light coat on my lower lashes, and I'll come back and we'll do lips. Just real quick, with mascara and without. I never ever skip mascara. That's the eyes done. Now let's talk about lips. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, you pretty much have two options. You can go with a nude, which is very nice and works for everything, or you can go with a red. I'm gonna go with a red today, and I'm gonna use this one specifically. It's the NYX Professional Makeup Shine Loud in the shade On a Mission. Both of these are the color at one end, the gloss at the other end. Wears better with the gloss. And I think for a holiday look, a gloss is a really nice touch. Unfortunately, a lot of lipsticks, when you add a gloss, can run around and take over your face, or at least on me. This one doesn't do that. A matte liquid lip will stay put, but then you have a matte lip. So if you want something glossy, I would highly recommend this, or be very, very, very careful when you eat or drink and just babysit your lips. Either way, I would completely forget to check my lipstick, so I prefer to go with the NYX. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna line my lips with the LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Lip Liner in the shade Relentless Red. And then I'll come back and apply the lipstick. This is tedious. You don't want to see me do this. So, BRB. Okay, lip liner on. I assume nobody wants to see that. If you do want some kind of tutorial type thing on lip liner or eyeliner or brow, anything like that, just let me know and I'll take a whack at it for sure. All right, so go with the color end first. Applying red lipstick is nerve-wracking. I'm gonna let that dry, and when it's all done, I'll come back and we will apply the gloss. Okay, the lipstick is all dried down now, and it doesn't feel great, I will say that. But once you go in with this gloss, it feels so nice. And you really do want to get your entire lip. It makes the lipstick more comfortable. I love this red color. I think it is so pretty. Okay, I'm going to fix my hair and zoom you out and wrap this video up. Okay, that wraps up this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I am planning to do like a full-on glittery, sparkly eye, super glam eye look in the coming weeks. So if you're interested in that, be on the lookout. I'll leave all of the products that I used in the description box below, ways to get in touch with me, all the things you might need to know will be in the description box, so check that out. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments section. If there's anything specifically you'd like to see on my channel, just let me know and I'll give it a whirl. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit. Be good and remember to be kind to you.